everybody? Con Maestro here. Welcome to the Con's Court. Today we have Marvel official celebrating 85 years trailer 2024. Stan Lee, Anthony Mackie, Charlie Cox. This was released by IGN about a day ago. It's got 310,534 views. It's not like trending or crazy or anything, but it's big enough to have gathered my attention, and I wanted to go ahead and check this out. It's crazy to think that Marvel and stuff like that's been around as long as it has. I mean, DC's even older. I believe it's way, I wouldn't say way, but it's definitely older than Marvel is. Because heck, the guy who made DC died far long before Stan Lee even died, I do believe. Especially, I believe, the guys that made Batman and like Superman, they were already gone. So DC was definitely older, but it is wild to think that these things have been around almost 100 years. I mean, coming up there. It's quite crazy, and all the cool, crazy stuff that they've given us in the past years, especially the early 2000s up. Even in the 90s and 80s, you know, when you had stuff like Blade, and you had stuff like, you had the older Incredible Hulk, movies or shows, and you had stuff like Ghost Rider and all that other stuff. You know, you had those movies from those times, and then you also had, the early 2000 movies. So you had some of the older Tobey Maguire movies, the Andrew Garfield movies. You had the MCU movies coming up, and now that we're in the 2020s, now it's going on to 2024, 2025 coming up. We've seen a lot coming from these franchises, these big comic book, companies that had turned into basically giant studios, and other studios and companies buying them and making them even bigger. And now it's owned by Disney. Marvel is. So it's crazy to see the history and see how it went from regular gentlemen that were very good at art, very good at storytelling, and making little picture books and magazines and comic books for kids that they could buy for just a couple cents, going all the way into these multi-million, billion-dollar, gigantic things. It's absolutely crazy to me. But anyways, I wanted to go ahead and check this out. Let's go ahead and get right into this. Let's see what this is all about.
Here's our special guest, Stan Lee. Which one is your favorite?
Oh, gee, that's almost like asking a parent who's his favorite child.
Spider-Man.
I love them all.
I often look
It's
back
easy.
at
It's
the
Spider-Man.
60s in the famous Marvel bullpen with Stan Lee.
That was
Jack
his
Kirby,
favorite.
and Steve Ditko, creating Spider-Man, the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Fantastic Four. House of Ideas. It's called that for a reason.
Yeah, baby.
In the comic books and in the movies, story is always the most important element.
That's my secret.
I agree.
I'm always angry.
Some of these newer movies, man,
Innovated is overlapping
they need to listen to that.
characters and
The
stories.
story matters. Not political agendas, the story.
Massive canvas through which all of our humanity is explored.
People that have grown up with these comic books, they've known these characters for their whole lives.
To me, my X-Men.
And now there's this new generation meeting them for the first time.
Here you have the chance to be part of something much bigger than yourself. I waited a long time for this team up. Can you imagine the fun? Chaos?
Shut up.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. He killed Sabretooth so quick in that scene.
Reaches to the heart of various age ranges and cultures.
Symbols are nothing without the women and men that give them meaning.
Fortnite.
Today, we look to the future.
I've always tried to do
I really hope this movie's good.
characters and human qualities.
I don't know about that Captain America New Brave World. I miss Chris Evans too much. I hope Anthony Mackie can do good. The Red Hulk looks cool, but he's very CGI-y. I don't know.
And of course, I can't leave without
God, I
saying,
miss Stanley so much.
Excelsior.
I was so sad when he died. God. 85 years. Whoa. I don't think I've seen that scene. I think that was a brand new scene. So this is kind of also like a promotional, like promoting the movie too. Huh. Yeah, I'll tell you what. That kind of looks CGI, like I was just saying. If you just had the way the Incredible Hulk looked from the first Avengers movie, and you kept that same type of tone and darkness to the shadows of his skin and muscles, and you kind of went off of some of the color grading, maybe just a little bit lighter, but kind of the similar color grading of the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, the Hulk and all of the Hulks and the Abomination and everything would have looked amazing. But then you get the Abomination like you did in Shang-Chi. You get the Abomination like you saw in She-Hulk. You get this Red Hulk. And although they look good, they look cool, don't get me wrong, like they look good, you can obviously tell they're CGI. When you saw the first Avengers movie, he looked so real. It was one of the most amazing parts of that first Avengers movies because you got to see Chris Hemsworth Thor fighting off against the Hulk, and it looked real. It looked so good. The color grading, the shadowing, the muscles, the skin texture, the lighting, it all looked perfect. It looked so good. And the Hulk actually looked like his counterpart, Bruce Banner. Mark Ruffalo's face looked like the Hulk's. It was amazing. And they should have done the same thing with the Red Hulk. And they did almost everything right. It's just they made it look too much CGI. They needed to work on making it look a little bit more realistic. Like I said, like how good he looked in Avengers 1. It slowly kind of started to downgrade as they continued on. And after Thor Ragnarok, if not Thor Ragnarok Hulk, that's where it began to go downhill, especially when you got to Smart Hulk. It just really went downhill with the CGI effects. And then don't even get me started on the She-Hulk show. That junk looked like shiz. It looked bad. It just did. It looked bad. But he looked okay. You know, at the end of the day, I wish he wasn't so CGI looking, but at the end of the day, I don't think it was overly bad to where I'm going to absolutely hate it. That was cool though. I really missed Stanley. Like I said, I was so sad when I heard that he had died. He had died when I was in high school. I still remember that, and I was so sad, man. God, I had wanted to meet Stanley so bad. I had wanted to meet Stanley, maybe get him to sign a poster or something that I owned, you know, go see him at a Comic-Con. And I just unfortunately did not have the money and was not of the right age. And I didn't have the right availability of travel to be able to go see him at any place when he would go out to go to these Comic-Cons and these events. And it's just so sad, man. I really wish I got to meet him. It's so sad. But, you know, he's in a better place now. There. Salute to the main man, the myth, the legend, Stan the Man Lee. But yeah, guys, that is my reaction to celebrating Marvel's 85 years. If you all enjoyed my reaction to this, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. And as always, guys, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.